What up guys, this is Monkey Figure Reviews, and today we will be discussing an upcoming Ichiban Kuji series. The name is called Best of Omnibus. Hopefully I pronounced that word right. I have no idea how to read it, and the release date for this series will be July 2021 this year. Boy oh boy, this is very exciting, I believe, for all of us. I think these 5 figures, they are sort of based on one of the volume covers of the manga. The big thing we are looking forward to here is, of course, the first big size figure of Big Mom. This is the first one. I think even for Mega House POP, they didn't do one on her. They did one for Kaido, but not for Big Mom. And she looks really good, guys. I think she looks amazing. So let's talk about the details first. Price A, we have Kaido. Price B, we have Big Mom. C, we have Luffy. And for price D, we have Law. And lastly, for price E, we have Eustace Kid. So for Kaido, his height is 19.5 cm. I think for the previous one, his height is officially listed as 19 cm, which is also very close. But that is from his feet to the top of his head. And if you were to measure all the way to, I think, the right arm to the top, that is 29 cm, which is pretty big figure. But I believe these two Kaido figures will be similar in size, or in fact exactly the same in terms of scale. I believe so. And for Big Mom, 19.5 cm should be also rather close to how the Kaidos look. And Luffy, 15 cm, Law 19, Eustace Kid 19.5 cm. So these 3 figures will also scale well with one another. So if you're looking to display the 3 captains with the Yonkos, maybe it wouldn't look as good. The 3 captains by themselves will look fine, but the Yonkos, maybe you can just put Kaido, Big Mom, and perhaps Blackbeard from Treasure Cruise Volume 2, and just grab Shanks or Whitebeard from somewhere else, and you can have all your Yonkos together. Now, let's take a closer look at the figures. This is Kaido, and just by looking at the style of the figure, I believe this is the same artist, the same sculptor as the previous Kaido. Stylistically, they look so close. They look so similar with the hyperrealism. And you can tell that, of course, by looking at the texturing on the horns, the random lines on it, and even on the weapon. You can see like some crosses here, the unevenness of it, the creases, the hair. They all just look so realistic, and they really try to show you as much details as possible, even for the muscles. And of course, Kaido looks as menacing as ever. Very fierce looking and intimidating. Here we have a different angle, so we get a better look on his body, the scars, some of the veins popping out, and the curvatures around the muscles. Creases on the shirts is also quite well done. They are also quite well done. Unfortunately, we are not able to see his tattoos this time around because it's covered by the top, but you can see them peeking out from here, the left arm, and also the chest area. And even the details on the hand looks amazing with some of the wrinkles and the folds. Very natural looking. The fingernails, his mustache flowing here, his left fist. This is the other angle. And even like the pants and all these things, these ornaments he has, they all look great, to be honest. Like I said, style wise, it looks very close or the same as the previous Kaido. So not much differences. This is the back, so you can have a better view of the coat. Very fine looking details. They try to add as much flow to the coat or the cape as much as possible. Some of the muscles bulging out from underneath the shirts here, and the creases here over here. Very realistic looking. Another angle of the coat from the back, so you can just see them for yourself. It is really well done. And I believe if you miss out on a previous Kaido like me, maybe you're looking to get this. And hopefully he wouldn't be so expensive as the previous one. because the previous one, it just went up pretty insane. I think for the size, I don't think it's worth it anymore. So this could be a second chance for most of us out there. I do feel bad for some of you who maybe tried chasing the first figure to an exorbitant price and you paid too much, and Ben Presto, they decided to announce another Kaido figure. But I think the first one is still good, unless you are a completionist collector and you want to collect all figures of Kaido. This is Prize B, Big Mom, and she's swinging her weapon forward, which is Napoleon. And you can see some of the details here on the sword, the lines, the face of Napoleon, with the teeth included. And looking at Big Mom, I gotta say, man, like this, when it comes to character like this, it is perfect. It captures her deviousness so well. It looks exactly like Big Mom with that evil smile, the teeth, the facial proportions. They are perfect, in my opinion. They are perfect. And another thing I like is the neck area where her fats are like folding. I feel that this is just so good. It is so natural and nothing out of the ordinary. And of course, you have details around the hair, the lines, the outfit. Yeah, but this part here, like just to show the size of Big Mom and the way the fats are folded, it is done so well. Maybe I have not seen figures of them doing bigger size characters, but I'm actually quite impressed by this. Alright, this is a different angle, and you can see how thick Big Mom is. Thick in the front. They show you that by adding the folds on her dress. And I'm also very impressed with how they have done the wrapping of the dress around her body. Some parts they're rather smooth, and others you can really show the creases, especially around the areas where she twists her body, and here where she's bending a bit of her knee. So obviously more creases, more foldings. And I think in terms of the style, she also looks quite similar to Kaido. Maybe it's the same artist, the same sculptor. I have no clue. This is the back. You can see more of Napoleon and also the texturing on the sword from here. And the coats, of course, the cape, I guess this is the cape. Very, very well done. Very natural looking flow. Dig it a lot. And texturing is also great. And of course here, the dress, you can see for yourself the details, the way they've done it. It's not easy, in my opinion, to really make it as natural as possible. Some micro mini folds in certain areas like this. These are some of the details that really elevates figures to the highest level. And I, as a collector, can appreciate it. Here you can see more details on the head of Napoleon, with the skull, the swords, some of her jewelries, and the tattoo, as well as the dress as usual, and some parts of the coats. Hair details for you to see as well, very good looking with the individual strands. They look very well defined. The hairpins. Yep, and that's pretty much it. In my opinion, this Big Mom is a masterpiece. I would definitely want to get it if she's not too expensive, so we will have to see. We are going to Luffy, and this is his Onigashima outfit, so colors are a bit different in certain areas. And he sort of has a coat now, a black coat. Right arm coated in, right hand to be more accurate, coated in haki. And facial likeness wise, I think it is okay. Probably not the best. I think it's the teeth, they don't look too natural. Hair looks to be good. Looks to be pretty good, very clean. And details wise, not as realistic as what we saw on Kaido and Big Mom. So probably a different sculptor this time. But you can see for yourself. Not much shading as far as I can tell. Maybe a little bit around the pants. The scars. Different angles of him. Yeah, I think the way the hair flows is actually quite well designed. I like that. Different angle. So you can get a better view of his body and the body proportions. He's a bit crouching down. Hence, he's significantly shorter than Law and Kid. This is the back, so you can see the straw hat details, the damage done by Buggy, and the mending done by Nami, and of course the haki on the right arm. It goes from light to dark, so there's a bit of a transition. I like that. This is prize D, Trafalgar D Waterloo. So this pose is where you're gonna see him if you're looking for the angle on the volume cover, but you can't see much of his details. Maybe it's better here. I think that his face is perhaps not the best when it comes to capturing Law's likeness. Here is the frontal view. I think you can see more clearly. Still alright, but not the best. And some tattoos on the body. Quite clean style. So we're not gonna get a lot of creases, not a lot of shading. Tattoos. Doing his pose. Gonna take out his sword as well. And I spot a weird seam line over here at the bottom of his thumb. That looks weird and unnecessary. Not sure why it's there. Different angle, and yeah, I think that's about it. The coat is also quite smooth looking, but I dig the yellow for Law. I think that this is like back to his pre-time skip color with the yellow hoodie. I really like it. And this is Eustace Kid, and same thing. This is the angle, which is similar to the volume cover. And here we have a better look on his face. I also think that it doesn't really look exactly like Kid. Like, it's not crazy enough. And another weird thing is, I feel that his head is too small when compared to the rest of his body. I'm not sure if I'm the only one seeing this, but it just seems like maybe the way they've done it, the shape, seems like the head is very tiny. Like, it should have been a bit bigger. Or I don't know, maybe try to make his neck look thinner so that it accentuates the shape of his body, his head. Yeah, but it just looks so weird to me, and it throws off the look completely. So I'm not sure if it's just me or not. Let me know what you guys think. Other than that, so you can see his scars, the muscles, right hand. He has those cuffs, I think, from Udon prison. And the left arm, he's using his Devil Fruit powers. And of course, some of the metallic parts just swinging around, coming out, which is very interesting. Much more interesting than some of the other kit designs we have gotten. Details wise, pretty normal, pretty simple. Most of it's in the coats behind his back. Maybe for the pants, I think you can tell that some depth to it with the design. So this part, the black lines, they are darker. They are sort of deeper than the rest. Better view on his metallic arm if you're looking into some of the details. Very clean design though, so I think they got a bit lazy here. I mean, when you compare this to perhaps the POP, you can tell that the POP, they really try to add some more realistic cuts to the metals, or the roughness of the metals, and even the colors. But here it's just flat out the same color, and everything looks very smooth, like out of the factory. And for the coats, I think overall it's kind of a simple design. Definitely not as detailed as Kaido. You can just compare between this and the photo we've seen previously. This is definitely saving on the details. Alright, so this series, I personally feel that the prize is definitely the two Yonkos, especially Big Mom. Okay, for the three captains, I think that for the style we have seen, it really depends whether or not you want to get these three guys next to each other as a display. If not, I believe perhaps in the future they will come up with more figures of them, definitely. So not necessarily you have to get those three, but for Kaido and Big Mom, if you miss out on the previous Kaido, go for this one. And for Big Mom, I think most of us will be gunning for her. Even just Kaido and Big Mom, both of them side by side will look great as well. Alright, let me know what you guys think of this Ichiban Kuji series in the comments section below. And if you're new here, you like my videos, don't forget to subscribe and also hit the bell notification button so you don't miss out on news videos like this. Thank you guys so much for spending your time with me. I will see you very soon. Goodbye.